If it's a 3 o'clock in the morning Australia time for a game here, we'll get up and we drag ourselves out of bed, put our Texas t-shirts on and sit in the lounge room. We go home after this trip. The last few games we'll do the same thing. It's just part of our life.
For Lily and Stephen Baum, the annual 8,464-mile trip to Austin, Texas from Sydney, Australia is the highlight of their year. A long journey to watch what they used to be able to see in their own backyard. Texas punter Michael Dickson kicking a ball.
He was always doing something with the soccer ball because he started off playing soccer first. So he'd be out in the backyard kicking the soccer ball against the wall, against the fence.
I always just enjoyed sports. I never really thought I was gifted or anything like that. It was just more that I just loved it so much.
After mainly focusing on soccer, a new sport caught Dickson's eye thanks to his stepfather.
He was a big fan of Aussie Rules and he'd watch it on the weekends, and so I wanted to play it because he liked it.
He'd sit with me and watch the game and started to understand, I think, a little bit about it when he was quite young, and then out of the blue, at the start of the soccer season, he just said, oh, I think I'll play Australian Rules this year. And his mum and I said, what? And I was deep down secretly over the moon.
We'd go kick the Aussie Rules ball around. We'd have the best time, drive up to a park, kick for as long as we could.
I said, right, we're going to the park and we're going to spend some time on the basics. He just took to it. I can only dream of kicking like he could.
Dickson joined a local club when he was 9 and went on to have a successful Australian Rules junior career. When that came to an end at age 18, he went looking for his next challenge.
He started just out of the blue once, mentioned about American football. And I kind of said, well, what do you mean? And he said, oh, you know, there's Australian kids over there, my age, getting college and kicking football. I said, really? So I did a little bit of quick research. I just happened to find an article on a local boy who'd just been taken to a college over here at LSU, and that named the academy in Melbourne that got him the position there, Pro Kick.
In March 2015, Dickson moved to Melbourne to train with Pro Kick Australia, his first taste of leaving home. From there, the coaches sent his audition videos to various schools.
We get a phone call saying he might be going to Texas. They're interested. They flew him over and he did his weekend visit up and back from Australia, which is crazy. And then he rang us and said, they're going to offer me a scholarship. And we said, you're taking it? And he said, I'm taking it. And that was it.
It was quite final when he was coming over, and I still remember him walking up the departures. It was sad, but we were so excited for what would lie ahead.
Welcome to the Michael Dickson Show.
A little pooch to the left side, winds up being a 37-yard work of art.
What a punt by Michael Dickson.
The star of the game, Michael Dickson for Texas.
2 years after first learning how to properly kick in American football, Dickson is one of the best punters in the nation. In 2016, as a sophomore, he became UT's first ever finalist for the Ray Guy Award and is currently on track to become the most accomplished punter in Texas history.
I mean, that's something we'd never thought of because it would never been something that even crossed our mind at that stage. I was obviously deep down secretly hoping he'd be an AFL star in Australia, but that's okay. We can handle this one.
He taught me a lot about sport, a lot about everything, and he'd always just tell me like how great of a kick I was, or like of a punt even back then, and I always was like, I want to make him proud, I want to show him what I can do.